Hi Cancer, this is your homework family reading for all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Cancer signs for June 15th through the 30th. I keep saying the 30th, but it's because in my mind I keep wanting to say the 31st, and I keep thinking there's that extra day there, and I really don't think it is. I think it ends on the 30th. So, that's just me. Anyway, here's some light. And for some reason, I'm feeling like it's really not being played for you, Neppy. As you guys know, Neptune. He's just my little magical dude. I named him Neptune because when I decided that I needed to go get another cat, the night before I went to go to the shelter and find a new cat, he popped up in my dreams. So when I found him at the shelter, I knew that it was him who had to come home with me, and that's how he got his name, Neptune. Even though I always call him Neptune. Mwah. Anyway, so I'm like, magical little butt told me who was coming home with me. I didn't get to choose. More or less. Alright, anyway, back to you. For all my Cancer signs. You guys know this also involves me because I have my moon was in Cancer. So, that's one reason why I like to listen to, I tell everybody, you should listen to all of your signs. You should listen to your Sun, Moon, Rising. And if you have a sign like Venus, if you have anything that has more than one in your Sun, Moon, or Rising, you should definitely listen to them, because that's going to also add more insight to what's going on in your life, because it's extra powered. So like for me, hair from Neptune. For me personally, I'm a Virgo rising, Cancer moon, and a Leo sun. But I listen to a lot of Virgo because I have Virgo in my chart as my first and my 12th house, as well as Venus in there. So I listen to a lot of Virgo, and then I listen to a lot of the other two. But Virgo tends to always be picking up some other energies that I don't realize are incoming if I listen to it. So I tell you that, and if I'm going into all of this, when I'm telling you that, that has to do with understanding aspects of you from different points of view, but it also has to do with understanding what other planets are helping you with and going on about, as well as possible even past life situations, because something was telling me in some of this case is going to be dealing with situations possibly of past life. I do feel Spirit is like making me want to stand up straight. Like I'm getting like, you know how like your mother says to you, stand up straight, put your shoulders back. I feel like I'm getting a lot of that, which just really feels like it's not even standing up for yourself, but it's standing in dignity, is what I really feel like I'm being given by Spirit right now. I do feel that there is some, I wouldn't even say negative issues from June 15th through the 30th, necessarily as some ego issues. It might be negative, but I feel like it's more ego inclined that might be creating a negative. I'm being told, no, it's actually that's insecurity. Insecurity within who and what you are. And I think that's why I feel like they just keep pulling my shoulders back. Like, stand up straight. Have security within yourself. This is getting over an insecurity that might be coming from an ego issue. That might even have been negative issues in general. Yeah, because they keep saying security. Something about this is making you feel like you are in your security. So you may also be dealing with your root chakra and aligning it from all the way up. Resetting the root chakra as well. Because the root chakra is where we have issues with our security. is where we have issues with feeling secure and confident. It's also where we have where our fear keeps us from feeling secure. It's our survival instincts. So, but I'm very much am being pulled into, you don't have to be perfect. I feel like you're having a problem with feeling insecure, overwhelmed, and trying to be perfect, and nobody is perfect, baby. But I do feel like it's situations within an insecurity and possibly even some inflexibility, which is really just basically pulling me right back to the root chakra. Now, if I get into the astrology, that's the first things that I'm being given by Spirit. But see, I'm getting this pain again. I just had this with Pisces when I did the Pisces reading. I'm getting a pain right here in the back of my neck. A lot of times when I get that kind of pain in the back of my neck, it's from a negative energy. Like I'm surrounded by negative energy. But like I said, I feel like this is more coming from yourself, from self-doubt and insecurities within yourself, which is creating the negative energy. And I feel like Spirit is trying to give you a warning of that, you know, you may be accidentally creating it a lot, and it's helping you to understand it all has to do about feeling, you know, getting past your insecurities and coming into a more confident level of self. And as you're feeling more confident with yourself, then that will go away. But I'm getting it, the ears again too. Hold on, I'm going to check my notes, because I'm getting the same thing I was getting with Pisces energy. And this might be because you're both in your water signs, and with some of the stuff that's going on with Neptune, this could be exactly why you're both getting similar things. Because typically, I'm starting to realize, Spirit has me, I bring out the homework family readings in different ways. And that usually has to do with energies that are going on, and they're connecting the energies that are closer, and then, you know, as I do them. And with you all being both water signs, it may have something to do with what it is. But I've got to double check my notes, because I cannot remember everything the Spirit is all given to me as things. I have to have stuff written down to remind myself. Yeah, it's physical action that's going to be taking place in the material world of your life, in physical action that would be taking place in your material world. And I'm getting a lot of this like from the ear to the jaw. So it's about what you're hearing and what you're speaking. It's hearing and speaking your truths, but understanding that this is physical action of something that's you're going to start feeling an intuition as to what direction to go. But this does have to do with, in your case, feeling secure about what it is you're expressing, especially with understanding the communication that's coming in. Are you hearing yourself speak what you need to speak so that you are feeling secure within yourself, as well as are you really listening to what's being communicated to you so that you know that you're in this communication well? And I feel like a lot of this is stuff that is going on in your head, and you're questioning. I'm being told you're questioning situations within partnerships, marriages, business, depending on where it is for you in your life. But yeah, it's relationship issues in general of some form, that there's a lack of security. You're feeling insecure about whatever it is that you're needing to shift and change and speak of, and and have faith and believe in yourself. I feel like you're resetting from the root chakra up. You're rebalancing. But it's starting off with yourself, basically. And listening to your ambitions and your goals and your dreams and your desires and what it is that you truly are wanting to create, basically, within these relationships. Sorry, Spirit just keeps moving me along, and I just keep going with it. So I'm giving you what I'm getting. Now, as we get into astrology, unless they have something else. No, I actually heard it. I don't hear well, so this is why when I look at my notes and all the different stuff from Spirit, I get a lot of, they highlight the information for me or put it in my head or in my third eye. I don't always hear well, is what I hear a lot of times. But sometimes I hear them perfectly. It's just, I think that's where I'm not exactly as unclogged as I could or should be myself in the crown chakra. So that's why they use other ways of doing it and mess with my third eye. Now, with that being said, okay, Cancer, there is a full moon on Monday the 17th. Most people are going to be telling you that that full moon is in either Sagittarius or Capricorn. It is a little bit more in Capricorn. And the reason I say that is because it happens on the day that it's going from Sagittarius to Capricorn. So it's a void of course. Truthfully, this means this full moon will be having a little bit of both of these energies. And Sagittarius is a fire energy, Capricorn is an earth energy. So you're going from a very fire, passionate energy that's very highly interested in knowledge and understanding and evolving into a higher ascension, more or less, versus let me be grounded and how can I, set that into a foundation and really make that last a long time. So you're kind of going through a little bit of both. Now I'll get into where that's going to be taking place for you in a minute. But you also have Jera, which most astrologers will not be speaking of. Jera will be moving into Leo on the 20th. Mercury will be moving in on the 26th. But here's the key. Jera, Mercury, and Mars are traveling in the astrology within 10 degrees of each other. Even though they're both crossing over this month, at separate times, technically it will be, Mars will be moving in the beginning of July. So all three planets, if you want to look at it that way, are moving slowly and they're crossing out of Cancer, your sign, and into Leo. Okay, now this is an energy that's going to make them kind of feel like it's gone like this and it's moving along like so. And the reason I say that is anytime they're within 10 degrees of each other, it's emphasized. It's like a big ball of fire. That energy is much stronger, much more powerful. And all three of them are in Cancer up until the end of the month. So, like I said, Jera is sacrifice and commitment. In Cancer, this is talking on a typical base, of the home, of who and what you are, as well as karmic energy, and as well as the home itself. Now, I'm going to look into it in astrology a little bit more, but you have Jera there, you have Mercury there, you have Mars here, all in your sign. But like I said, they're going to be moving out as we come to the end of the month and into Leo. The other key event before I really start looking at your chart is on the 21st, which is June 21st, Neptune goes retrograde. So until Neptune goes retrograde, your magic, Neptune for all intents and purposes is where fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. In shadow until the 21st, Neptune is your magic creator. It is nostalgia. It is your depths of your waters and how you create your healing magic or your ill magic. And shadow, it's kind of re-going over things that are darker aspects. Now, it's important that you understand the information you're getting from Neptune while it's in shadow, because it's sifting through some of those deeper, darker, hidden waters. But it's also got Lilith there, which is trying to bring healing, but is kind of scared to get healing. So, until the 21st, it hasn't gone retrograde. So it's still looking at those darker aspects. After the 21st, once it's in retrograde, it will start trying to figure out how to help you resolve the situation. And I don't mean go back and redo it. I don't mean go back and start over or recreate something that's not there anymore. But what I do mean is it will help you to understand why it didn't work and how to not do that shit again, more or less. So until the 21st, understand your emotional magic in Pisces may be coming from a little bit of an ill place. So you might want to hold off on some of those major decisions until after the 21st. Because at least once it's in retrograde, it's completely talking to you, but not in a dark aspect anymore. The sun is moving into Cancer, though, on the 3rd. So this is illumination. Not the 3rd, on the 21st. So at the end of the month, you're starting to become illuminated again. The illumination is coming back to you. The shine is coming back to you. It's all returning in. But it's coming in, this energy, more at the end of the month, as we get near the end of those last 2 weeks. Now, for you, Pisces, most of this energy is actually going to be taking place from the 7th house all the way to the 1st house. So this is your conscious actions. This is what you're noticing is conscious actions. It is your material world, your professional world, your top priorities. It is your extrovert side. It is dealing with other people and relationships. That's why they were pointing out the relationships in the beginning. Hi, Mr. Neptune. It is your outer world, but it is both your ascendant and your descendant side. So it is dealing with, things that you've gotten good at, but maybe don't serve you anymore. Because that's what the descendant is all about. The descendant is the past. The descendant is what's already happened, what you've already learned. The ascendant is what's trying to move forward. So you're learning how to deal with your self-motivation, your action-oriented self, and your self-assurance. But this is also dealing with, like I said, that 7th house all the way through to the 1st house. So this is those relationships, business contacts, cooperation within the corporate world, relationships itself, divorce, separation, lawsuits, enemies are open enemies, but it's anything you care about. A relationship is anything you care about. From your family, your friends, your loved ones, your children, to your working environment. Like I said, it's anything. But then it's dealing with your relationship issues and the responsibilities to them. Sorry, I got an edge. The responsibilities within those relationships. What are the joint finances? What are the joint efforts? What are the joint resources within these relationships? Do not pick at my book. Hold on. You got your claw caught. See, this is why you're not supposed to pick at Mommy's book. Get down. But you don't listen, do you? You just don't listen. Go play. Sorry. But this is the relationships and what their responsibilities are. What are the roles within these relationships? So you're going to be evaluating what these rules are. And this deals with anything that the relationship has. Remember, you have a relationship with anything and everything. That means not just people. I mean, you have a relationship with money. When you have no money, you know about your relationship with no money. Okay? So anything that you care about, you're reevaluating the situation and the rules to that relationship. All right? This is dealing about your 9th house, which is your religion, your philosophy, your law, your learning, your higher educations, your ethics, your morals, your spiritual urges, your dreams, your visions, your higher mind, your vision, your book, your rituals, your journeys, your shamanic journeys, your astral projections, your ceremonies in general, your psychic energy. It's also dealing with your 10th house of the outer community, the relationships of those, not relationships, your honor, your reputation, your prestige, your professional, I'm sorry, I'm fighting with my cat, your professional and careers, your financial success. It's the community around you, your goals. Your 11th house is your community, your goals, your dreams, your wishes, your desires. It's the memberships of those relationships and self-realization of who and what you are. The 12th house is your unconscious, your subconscious. It is your hidden self, your karmic debts, your self-deception, your mental illnesses, self-sacrifice, Stop eating my books. It is yourself undoing your habits and your frustrations that no longer are working for you. This is where we keep our secrets of prisons, government, officials, suicides, kidnapping, grief, sorrows, secrets. And then it's bringing us all the way back around to the first house of the self-awareness. Your body, your physical body, your personality, your appearance, your view of life, and your ID, your self-identification itself. All of this is... Where did you put my other note, little shit? Sorry. All of this is, basically the stuff that you're going to be viewing from the 15th through the 30th of the month. Now, the full moon is taking place. I swear to God, would you stop trying to eat it? There's a little ribbon that's sticking out of my book, and he's losing his mind on the ribbon. The full moon is taking place on the 17th in Capricorn. Now, for you, Capricorn is directly across from your first house. So this is your 7th house. And you have a lot of rules, laws, and boundaries going on within these relationships right now. A lot of spiritual, soulful changes as to what's good for you and what's not. And like I said, you have Mars, Mercury, and Jera all here until the last week or so of... all here in Cancer in your self-awareness house, your first house, until the last week of June. Now, it's straight across in opposition with the South Node, with the South Node, with Pluto, and with Saturn. So right off the bat, you're having masculine and feminine issues. It could be male and female issues. It could be parents' issues. But you are having masculine and feminine issues in general. Maybe within yourself. And within the relationships. As well as... I swear, you are just so excited and you're hurting me with your claws. So you're just getting it all over the board. Like I am right now with the cat. So it's really about setting those rules, walls, and boundaries soulfully for what's going to help you in your life. And really inspecting what the rules are within those relationships. And then the whole outer community and how that's working to serve you or it's not. As you also come into a higher self-realization of yourself. And are you where you want to be? And if not, why? And what do you truthfully have to do to help you get you where you want to be? Soulfully, within yourself. Some of that is going to be dealing with your subconscious. And it's going to be dealing with your universal 12th house, which is going to be Gemini. So you're seeing a little bit of both sides of yourself from a complete emotional standpoint versus a more humane or lack of humane standpoint. So are you being too hard on yourself, really? Because this is in a T-square all freaking month coming out of your universal 12th house, going straight over to Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is your 6th house, which is talking about your everyday mundane tasks, and then going straight up to Pisces energy where Neptune is. So this is really sifting through the magic that you create, and are you listening to the higher self? The higher self has messages for you in your everyday, daily, mundane tasks. And within those everyday, mundane, daily tasks, from your service to the world, your daily work, your career, you were hurting me. Sorry, I'm talking to Neptune. To your career, to your daily tasks and employment, from your health, your diet, your hygiene. So something about your everyday routine is dealing with something that you are kind of keeping secret from yourself within within your ninth house. So that is where your psychic energy is, where your religion is, where your philosophy is, your higher learning, your education, your ethics, your morals. This is where you need to be looking at. You need to be looking at your everyday daily task, and is it fitting your ethics, your morals, your spiritual urges? Are you listening to your higher intentions? This is a message that's coming in that's trying to tell you where you're not doing those things, because that's going to be very much something that can be healing for you over the month if you are listening to it. Now, like I said, hold on one second. I love you, little buddy, but you're crazy. He's overexcited today. But this energy with Jera, Mercury, and Mars is going to be moving from your self house, your first house, and into your second house as you come near the end of the month. So it's really approaching self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, and sacrificing commitment, and inner communication, and your passion, your action, your aggression, your fire energy for yourself. And how are you communicating and caring for yourself? How are you getting past your insecurities? And yeah, how are you getting past your insecurities and rising above that and restarting, like I said, from that root chakra and moving up? Because it's really what I feel that this is taking place in. Now, like I said, the sun at the end of the month is really coming in to help you illuminate that. And then you've got Neptune shifting into retrograde, but that's also in your spiritual psychic house. So, I mean, this is very positive energy, but there is some things that you are going to deal with that I feel you are not going to want to deal with. Because it might be some very deep stuff that you're having to work through. But I do feel that it is definitely something that is meant to help serve you in the long run. I'm just grabbing my different decks here real fast so that I can find out who it is wanting, because I don't really use them as much, who is wanting to talk to Cancer right now. I have a feeling my dragons are a little bit picky about who they talk to, but my dragon deck seems to want to talk to you about where you're at the platform for right around the 15th through the 31st of June. So this is going to be talking about energy in general and helping you rise above whatever that energy may be. Because typically that's what the dragons are doing. They're helping you see from a higher dimensional idea, which will help you move forward as you come into this energy. So, what do the dragons have to say for all Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? There you go. Source Dragon. Source Dragon attunes you to your infinite. This is what I was saying. I felt that it was something about an attunement starting from the root chakra. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment is the first thing that the dragons are telling you. You're the last one? Yeah. Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune is saying, enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. That's kind of where I was going. It's saying it's enabling you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive your soul knowledge is what this is talking about. So this is saying, yes, that you are definitely going to be in that 12th house dealing with some healing changes. They're telling you, be quiet, be still, do some meditation, put some effort and time into you so that you can get that energy right and start to move forward. Golden, silver, violet, dragon, flame dragon and transmutates the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time to transmutate magic and healing, offer service under peace. And I was very much moved, and like I felt like my essence was picked up and put over there. So this is very much, this is a transmutation, but this is a transformation as well. This is definitely, you're going through some kind of transformational change, which will help you. But it's definitely something that you are going to have to be working on, because it's dealing with your insecurities and finding confidence in yourself, is what I feel. Hitting the zodiac deck. I've just let them tell me who's talking. I didn't even try anymore. What else is coming in right now at the beginning of June? I mean, at the beginning of the 1st through the 15th. What else do they need to understand about these energies? What else? Air. It moves. It's moving very quickly. It's in the air. All of this is shifting that might come and go very quickly. It also, because air typically also works with our mind. This is a brand new beginning, though, for you. So this is the way you're thinking about things. This is where you're allowing your thinking to take you, because this is beginning a brand new beginning and a brand new cycle for you in some form. But that brand new cycle is dealing with getting to your inner fire. So you got to watch your thinking and make sure that your inner fire is being connected. This isn't about connecting to the emotions. This is about connecting to the soul and the new beginning, and understanding we want to bring the mind and the heart and the soul together in a positive way. But you don't want to let the air, like in cards, tarot cards, the air deals with our thinking, which is the swords. You don't want it to block you. You want to make sure that you're coming into a positive soul beginning, soul lifting, soul rising energy, more or less. Is there anything else? Saturn, what was he saying? Rules, walls, and boundaries are all over your board. Rules, walls, and boundaries. How are they serving you? How are they not serving you? What needs to shift? What needs to change? And I'm being told Capricorn. So, that's where building a new foundation with those rules, walls, and boundaries. It's just the way that it's being given to me. That's basically what you're looking at right off the bat. What is the challenge? Yeah, I knew you'd come in once the challenge came up. Those two decks tend to go for the harder stuff. This is my Thoth deck. I just like to let you all know in case you're curious. This is the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups speaks to us of fire. It is Mars and Pisces, Mars and water. It is short-lived happiness. So this is saying, you are definitely working for it. You're working through it. And if you jump too fast, it's not going to be something that's going to last. Okay? This is about taking your time and doing it right. You have to believe in yourself. This is 5 of Swords, which is called defeat. This is Venus in Aquarius. This is overthinking. This is why they're giving you the short-lived happiness. You have got to believe in yourself, because this is disbelief. This is destruction and... Okay, well, I'm at it then. It's just disbelief, destruction in the situation, not believing in yourself. This is air and Libra. What was I just saying? You were getting air energy that was coming with the brand new beginning and casting into that fire, which is Mars. So this is saying if you're not believing in yourself, it was the same thing that the Zodiac deck was just saying, just in a different way. This is saying coming into believing in yourself, because if you're stuck in the disbelief, then you're going to not have happiness that's going to last. This is believing in yourself and making that manifestation come forward. That's the challenge. So both decks were giving you the challenge anyway. They just gave it to you in different ways. Because you are getting the Hangman. Sorry, the Hangman. This is Neptune energy. Like I said, magic is in some funky little twists right now until it goes into retrograde. So sit tight. Sit tight for a few minutes. Do some self-work on yourself. Do some depths of water on who and what you are. Some healing. This is the soul journey. This is Odin. Odin put himself on the tree to learn the lessons. This is more or less the same thing. Take your time. Put yourself on the tree to learn some lessons. Do meditations. Give yourself some spiritual ritual baths, and help detox the negativity. This is foundation of wisdom. This is how reproduction is created. This is foundation of the mem, the closed and closed self-consciousness. The mem in Hebrew is the water. So you're going into the depths of self. You're going into where you've had some closed self-consciousness. You're going deeper into your truths to really truly experience and figure out who and what you are and what in the world you truly want. There's nothing wrong. The Hangman is not a bad thing. The Hangman is just learning how to truly find out how to create and what it is you want. So it's a moment of not substance. It's a moment of being suspended. It may feel stagnant, but it's more of being a moment of being suspended. Be still, like the dragons were saying. Be still for a moment so that you can get the world. The fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It is fire and Jupiter. It is open to receive. Get yourself spinning in the right direction is what this is all about. Take the time to sit there and do some stuff for you. Take the time to love you and do some stuff for you and get yourself in the proper self-moving way. Because if you're getting the Wheel of Fortune, something good is coming. Something's good coming, but it's not going to come if you don't do the work. And it starts with believing in self, having self-love for self, getting to learn how to get past your insecurities, and really work in that Hangman energy. Like I said, do your meditations. Take your time for you, because you're really, my whole head is going like this now. So this is definitely a turnover point. And I have a feeling you're not really going to be feeling that turnover come to fruition and start believing in it and really feeling good about it until closer to the end of the month, when the sun enters, probably around the 21st, when Neptune goes retrograde, when these planets start shifting into self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. I feel like you're in limbo, and you're going to be in a little bit of a limbo about what you want to do, what direction, what's best for you, until you get closer to the end of the month. But they're saying sit on it. They're saying sit on it, do your work, learn what you truly desire, what you need. And then I feel like you're going to start really moving fast with the energy. But I feel like until then, this is a moment in time where you need to go slow. Because then they are giving you the Ten of Discs, which in this deck is the Ten of Pentacles. So once you get the Wheel of Fortune, it's all going to start to turn. But I feel like you're not going to get it until near the end of the month. That is something definitely that you are working on, creating that new foundation and having belief in self of being able to truly do it. This is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is Venus within these signs. It's actually Venus within Virgo. So this is reorganizing everything. Reorganizing, being the troubleshooter, figuring it all out, bringing prosperity, finance, and success forward with the Wheel of Fortune. But like I said, it's going right back to you getting past short-lived happiness because of defeat. You've got to get past this self-belief of your possible lack of security, self-worth, self-value, and you're coming into that. You're coming closer to that. Sit in the hangman for a hot minute and let the wheel of fortune come, and let the financial success, the prosperity, just in general success start coming your way. It's definitely a good thing, but I feel like it's a slow moving month in that situation. There is some deep soul searching that's going to get you where you are supposed to be moving to. I feel very much in a daze, like, well, I guess those ones aren't talking to you because they just flew everywhere. I feel in a daze, like you're coming into a new level of a spiritual high, of not just yourself, just of a higher vibration, and starting to come into a better belief and understanding of things, and in that will be such a great new direction for you. But I feel like you're going to definitely do some work that's going to get you there first. Okay, what does Cancer need to hear that will help leave them on a very high vibrational energy, setting them where they need to go? Worthwhile. Worthwhile. Life is not about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. Sorry. Life is not about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. It's about having the experience that adds richness to your life. Is there anything else? I believe one of these. Sometimes when they're too close, I just can't really figure them out because then they all start to feel it. So I just go through each individual hand. You're feeling all about the same. Okay, try one last time. Is there anything special that will help Cancer as they move forward, as before they enter July? Confidence. See, I can't make this stuff up. Confidence. Believe in magic. You don't need any explanation for anything. Trust it has happened for all the right reasons. And wonderful. Sometimes being too cautious is just an excuse of being afraid. It takes risks to move forward. Don't use this as your excuse to miss out on something amazing. I love you, and I will see you next month in July. Bye, guys.